Morning viewers, Big Al here. Welcome to another video. So, as you can see today, camera.
You can go f yourself, excuse my language. I'm Big Al, don't listen to him, he's not Big Al at all. So Charlie and I today, we're down having a bit of crack. What we're doing is I don't know if you want to look at the video. The video is, we'll do it this way because we don't want to put it on Charlie. In fact, it's this way, it's on Charlie's face. The video on the stone face that we were pulling out with the JCB. If you want to have a look and we reverse back, come on over here, Charlie. So that was, if you have a look here, that was the stone face as you remember back in the video. But if you have a look now and come on around here. So as you can see, there is a retaining wall being built. That's all a stone, but we're putting in behind, including the rubber mallet that should be repaired. But we're going around the corner here at the minute. So we're just finishing off the straight and we're going up to the same height as this. So this is the gap between here and here is where we're putting copper beech, and that turns a beautiful copper color over the winter. There's the plants there, if you see them up in the bag. We're basically, all we're doing is we're lining up right now. We're putting another row of block on top here. We've just finished this off here. We're up and we're putting another row from here. These are two block high. We're putting them in sections, 2 blocks. That's normally what you do in a retaining wall, just 2 blocks and then just integrate it half brick. So it's called brick jointing, if you call it that. So we're going to go up here and we're pulling up to most likely about this height, and then we're just going one up on the final piece, and that really is just to cap the work that we're putting. So we have to put a load of soil in here. The topsoil's there and that's going in here, but the stone that is going behind the wall is there. That's the stone. That actually came from the land, as you can see by this. That is the stone. And what it would work as, when it gets behind, it allows water to flow in behind out of these little weep holes. If you have a look at the bottom, you barely see it, but this here, you see these things here? Now that's a hole, and that allows the water to come out from the back of the building, so that what happens is no water retention comes in, and when there's frosts, it doesn't push out or burst or wreck either the plaster that's rendered, which it isn't here, it's the brick that's rendered, or the brick that's coming on the front. I've seen work where they've not done that and it's had devastating effects on the brickwork. What it does is it basically, if the water retains behind it and freezes, it actually breaks the brick and snaps the brick in bits. I've seen so many walls that they haven't had water retention dealt with, and it's created all sorts of damage. It basically have to replace the whole wall, both in render and in brickwork. Brick doesn't like frost, and it doesn't like to keep water. Nothing likes frost anyway. So all I'm doing is I'm basically pulling out my motor right now. This is Charlie's, he's just bought himself a new S-Wing. If you have a look, there's a competition we done. What's the best hammer? Here it is here. Bing! And go and have a look at it. It's actually a competition, and the S-Wing won. So what did Charlie go and spend his hard-earned money? And it's not cheap. It is not a cheap hammer. You know, these are not the cheapest. Now, this is a brick hammer, and it's just gorgeous. It's a good job, Charlie. You know, you're quite proud of that, I'm sure. That's quite a pride and joy and I mean, he's only the apprentice, and he's buying all the top gear. I mean, that's how committed he is to the job. There's not many people like him. I can tell you that for sure when it comes to apprentices. So what we're doing is we're down a man now. We lost Sammy. Sammy decided that he doesn't want to work anymore with us, so sadly we lost him. So it's back to me on the brick because I have to finish this job. I am probably going to get someone else in to replace Sammy, but that's what happens in construction. You get dramas, and then you get people quitting within seconds of the drama occurring. They don't hang around. I've noticed that about construction staff, or most of them anyway, or some of them, not most of them. Sorry for stopping the program, guys. Listen, 90% of you guys are watching this right now aren't subscribed to my channel. Please click the like button, subscribe, and follow for more. Anyway, so there it is. We've got nothing really much to say. Good news. Oh, do you want to have a look at this? Come have a look at this. So we were working on this other thing. Come on, see this. We managed to get the lamps up and the security systems up. So we got the new gas lights installed. These are called gas, the type of model actually. It's a Baroque style gas lamp is what it is. So there it is there. They're all up, ready to rock. Still needs a bit of work done, but yeah. What do you think of this? Take a look at this twisted pillar. Can anyone tell me, has anyone ever seen one of them before? Anyone tell me? Have you seen it? It defies all, I don't know what you call it. Come see this, look, I mean, just look at the shape of it and how it curls up. And the overall, there's your flat there. And I mean, I think it's absolutely class. What I'm doing is I'm going to cap this. Charlie, will you throw us a bit of mortar down? We'll get this finished. And we need your brick hammer. Just a wee bucket of mortar, kiddo. I mean, it's an amazing task. This itself is actually really hard to do. We've another one to put here. Would you believe we had 2 of them, but we lost them because of a mongoose who was driving a dumper, decided that he thought he knew how to drive a dumper, and he drove the dumper straight into her and wrecked it. It used to sit over here, and the mongoose wrecked it. So sadly, it has to be fully built again. It took Sammy, 2 days to build? 2 days wasted because of a mongoose. So this sadly has to be pulled out now because it broke. Some of the bits snapped off. Here, look. So that came out in an accident by yours truly, Big Al. I did it. I made the mistake. All I have to do is repair this and get this back up using Charlie's tools. Shh, don't tell Charlie. I'm nicking his S-wing. So we're now looking for a new bricklayer dash builder. We put the ad out. I don't think it's a bad cost for a bricklayer. This is 2024. A full-time bricklayer to work with me. Bricklayer or builder, or someone who just knows. You don't have to be like the bee's knees in brickwork. You don't have to be the bee's knees, anything like that. What you have to do is you just have to know certain skill sets, certain skills in order to take the job. But I've offered it, I put it out and advertised it, and I've offered it for £37,000, including 7 weeks holiday pay. I think is actually a good wage. I think is, but maybe other people don't. Maybe we are in the wrong game where people who call themselves construction workers are happy to say they deserve 50,000 a year, but this is Northern Ireland. This is not England. We are in Northern Ireland. The cost of living is cheaper here, but yet everyone thinks that they should be paid like English staff, I don't know, maybe 37,000 for a full-time member of staff with a van and work from the depot. So we travel from the depot to our jobs. Maybe it's just not enough. Maybe 37, 38 grand's not enough. I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, I don't know. You tell me in the comments below. Maybe you've all come to realise that these are all worth a fortune, and I'm the one that's the loony. So I had to repair this. Just have to point that in now. So all I'm doing is just basically repointing, and I probably have to do it because it's a repair. So it's only a bit of bucket work really. Just basically, there's a capstone to go on here, a sandstone cap with a ball on top. It's going to look nice, and there's going to be then lit up. This is actually known. They refer to this as a spiral or a twisted pier, a twisted column. I think it's the most impractical form of building. Now again, there's going to be people watching this and go, oh, he's not a bricklayer. No, I'm not a bricklayer. Again, I talk about the rules of an entrepreneur. If you can't do it, learn to do it. And if you can't learn to do it, learn to do it. And if you think you can't do it, then you're not going to be an entrepreneur. All business people that I know, they all learn to do it themselves. It's a bit of a delicate job. It's not the sort of job you can point really quickly. You have to wait and slowly, make sure that the mortar, there's a bit of mortar to go in here, but I can't put it in with a trowel because of the angle. It's plasticine work. Then we'll scrape it off dry or semi-dry. I'll rake it in afterwards, but the idea really is I'm trying to get back into its little holes. I'm glad I didn't destroy it too much. So all I'm doing, repointing the mortar up. As you see, there's a little hairline crack there. I mean, it's not the end of the world. So I'll wait for this to dry, and then I'll just brush it down afterwards. See that comment someone saying about, oh, you'll never make money by doing your own work. But how much does it cost to pay people? If everyone had that attitude, okay, yes, people get employed, but the way I see it is that attitude, you will never make money in life if you can't do it yourself. That's it. That's that wee repair done. Because I remember when I was a dumb apprentice, right? And they used to put me in the back of the van. They were bullies, but they were bullies. Back in the old days, you were bullied as an apprentice. And, you know, they never respected your, they never respected you as a human. They treated you like a dung heap. And I remember one time I was heading from Lurgan all the way up to Larne, which is about 40 miles, and they wouldn't let me in the front. They wouldn't let me sit in the front with them. So the guy called Gary Ferguson. Now, if you're watching Gary, you're a and you were always a all my, there was only a couple of decent spuds in my spark, and you know, in the company that worked for Alan Little Electrical Engineering in Lurgan. You know, they did bully me. Even the boss bullied me. You know, Ian Little used to deduct money from me at every point. If I got anything wrong, off with my pay. £40 a week it was, down to 20 quid. It was a disgusting thing, you know, and I mean, yeah, all right, people got to learn, and if they don't learn mentally, they got to learn financially, yeah, and you hit them by their pocket. I get that understanding, but he did it because he was just a nasty man, because he was religious, and anyone that had a religion that was a part of their Christianity group, they were more welcomed and they were given a higher level of class. So there was, at the time, there was, from what I could see when I was an apprentice, there was the Christian group that were management, there were the Christian group that were the top superior guys in the team, and if they believed in God and believed in Christ, they were the men. And then they had the apprentices and the ones that swore, they were the lower group. And then there was a pecking order. And then the other lower group, would you believe, were Catholic people back when I was a kid. And I mean, I could say that openly. And they can't, you know, if they're watching, they say, oh, that's disgraceful. I never did that. They did. I remember the Equality Commission coming down on them, and they had to get Catholic contractors in just to try and even up the balance of religion. Because once the Equality Commission let go, what did they do? They sacked the contractors. You know what I mean? And I mean, if you look, I bet you tenner, their current observation is still to this very day majority Protestant or majority Christian. Because if you're a God giver, you know, and this is the problem with this country. There's too many people who use religion as a way of getting one up on other people. So if you want to do some good in this country, you have to be a Christian. Ha-ha, sweet. Now the joint itself is a bit thick. The joint is a bit thick, but as I keep on pushing down, it starts to push down. But as long as I keep her nice and level, and there's bubble level there. I do my other bubble, then I do my other side, and she's bubble level there. I didn't even have to do that, look. I don't even need a level. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna line now. I'm gonna pull the line from here to here, and the aim of the line is to keep it, would you believe, in line with everything else, so I can pull my block in. Now, I'm not really good at doing. I haven't got my spikes. My spikes has been scooped, so I don't have spikes anymore. Oh, there's a hook, or there's a tie, a wall tie. These are to strengthen. This is a wall tie, and what that does, that sits like here onto this wall here when we put the other brick on here. And then that ties this wall to this, makes it a lot stronger. They're made of stainless steel, and they've got a little tiny thing in the middle that when the water gets on it, it drips down. That is designed for water drip, this boyo here. And the best thing to do is to keep this, I think it's this way, like so. That's the right way up, I'm told. So where the water gets onto the wall, goes on here, and doop, drips down in the cavity, which is quite a cool idea. But they're stainless steel and they're quite expensive. They can be an expensive job now, so they can. So all I'm doing is I'm pulling out a wee line here to keep it all nice and square. Now, of course, someone will say, oh no, that's not how you do it. Of course, it's not how you do it. This is the way I do it. So if you don't like it. So for me to pull a line, again, I'm not saying I know exactly, but I'll show you here, look. So I've used a wee brick, and what I've done is I've tightened that down onto the brick and wedged it against this block here. And what I'm doing now, you see here, if you want to go this side, actually, you'll see it, because you'll be able to see it better. At the minute, the line's not right. So what I do is I use a bed of mortar underneath, look, and I put a bit of a wedge on it, and I just kick that girl out. And then I just basically then, if you can see, come really close, you see there's a wee bit of an edge. Watch what I do. I just knock the mortar down and I bed that nice and level. Now that is all the way you want it. It's all the line. It's tight at one end. But it's still not at the height. So all I do is I just flick that above onto the corner, and there's my girl there. That is now my line. If you have a look, and you can see it one way, if you go down to the line there, all the way to the corner and look up, that's the idea of a line. So then what I do then is I put my bricks, and I roughly estimate the corner of this block will always go to here. You can either pull the line up or pull the line down. I tend to try to leave the line alone. I don't like playing with the line, but that's it level. And then what I do is I do that again and again, rinse and repeat. The idea really is I want to get it to this height, so the level has to be more or less, we have to get this girl, this wall, this height here. So as you can see, I need to go up another 2-row block to get it up to that height. Then what I do is I do a final block like that at the top, and then cap it with the brick with a beautiful stone or beautiful cap. Saying that, yeah, no, it has to be capped on top. I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate your custom. We're at December 2025. We've just hit a combined channel total of about, was it three? What did I say it was? Did I say 2025? Jeepers. Don't cut that blooper out. But it's 2025 or 2024, and we've just hit the channel at just over 3 million views. And we're probably going to have a party because we've now got 5,000 subscribers. So I'm now going to let you go on. And if you want to go to the next video, there's a video here, and Charlie's going to show you how to mix cement. It's a basic system. Let's see if we can go. So I'm going to give you the microphone, and you can go to Charlie. All right, Roy. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you really like what you've seen today, please like and subscribe and follow and comment for more. Thanks a lot.